Order submitted. Order filled.
Good morning. It is Monday, December 18th, 9:41 a.m. Got a bit of a late start this morning. Trading the NQ as usual. So far, one winner, one loser, and in this trade right now, so one red, one green. As usual, trading an Apex Trader Funding demo account, evaluation account, whatever you want to call it. So this is real live market data, but I'm not trading actual money here. I'm just trading in sim, trying to pass the evaluation and get funded from
Stop filled.
Apex. Probably shouldn't have taken that trade. It's a little bit too sideways right now, and the overall trend is up. So we are red one trade. Like I said, got a bit of a late start. There was a trade entry here, and I wasn't able to get my bot turned on in time. So I just used a limit order to buy. Got there. We made a fresh high. Got the target there, I should say. We made a fresh high, got this pullback to the ribbon and an up close. So I went long there and got stopped out. And we started trending down. And yeah, like I said, it was too flat in there. I probably should have skipped that trade. Randwolf, thanks for being here, buddy. I think you're the only one. That's okay. I'm not doing this so much for the viewers as trying to do this for myself so that I can talk through the strategy, talk through being patient. I think it'll help me be more patient. I think it'll help me follow the rules. Now we do have a fresh low here.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Let's see if it can actually get something going to the downside here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the market want to kind of retest this area over here. But we shall see. Friday was definitely an anomaly. Very unusual trading on Friday. I think I took 8 trades on the stream and only one of them actually worked out. Now, I don't want this to come back on me. So I'm going to lock in 8 ticks.
Stop filled.
Okay. So got a few ticks there, but probably should have been more patient and just allow it to work itself out. But if today is going to be anything like Friday was, it was very erratic. Let's see how it goes. Need to mark up my charts for Friday's trading. Don't need this anymore. So I just simply mark up the previous day's highs and lows. And as you can see, I have some Fibonacci extensions. Yeah, see, that trade would have stopped me out. So seems like it's going to be one of those days again. I'm glad I took a few ticks there. And let's be patient this time. Very, very sideways price action. What I would like to see is a very strong trend. I don't care what the direction is. I just want to see a strong trend where it just takes off in one direction. Hardly any opposite candles. I believe that would have just perfectly stopped me out, and then it's probably going to go to the target now. I am encouraged by the lower highs and lower lows. It's just not a strong trend. It is a trend, but not strong. So each one of these candles is exactly 16 ticks tall. That's why it's called a 16 range chart as opposed to a 1 minute chart or a Heikin-Ashi chart or a 5 minute chart or a 2000 tick chart. All sorts of ways that you can get NinjaTrader to chart the price action. This is not exclusive to NinjaTrader. Other trading platforms, other charting platforms have excuse me, have the option of making a range chart. But the nice thing about a range chart like this is you know where the candle is going to close. You don't know whether it's going to close up or close down, but you know that if it closes down, it's going to close 16 ticks below the high. If it closes up, it's going to close 16 ticks above the low, so 4 points above the low. And therefore, you know where that next candle is going to start forming. Okay, so now we might have some strength developing in this trend. What we need is a pullback to the overbought and or the ribbon. So if we can get an up close right there, it will be overbought.
Order submitted.
I can turn on my bot. I got this bot from a friend. What you see it does is it moves the order to be in this case, 17 ticks below the high of the
Order
candle.
filled.
A lot of slippage right there. So I don't really like that. But I think we finally have a decently strong trend here. So let's be patient. I'm just going to let this play out. It's one of the most difficult things in trading emotionally, just sitting on my hands here and allowing this trade to work itself out. Whether it's going to go up and hit my stop or down and hit my target, of course, I don't know in advance. Doesn't look great. We can get a couple red closes here. That will make me feel more confident about this trade, but I'm going to be patient. I'm just going to allow this to play out. It might take a minute. It might take 5 minutes. It might take 10 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to. Come on, baby. You can do it. Nah. Nope.
Stop filled.
Okay. So 1.5 trades to the red. Let's see what happens here. Bit of an uptrend going here, whether you want to draw it off of this low or this low or this low. Definitely making higher lows and higher highs. So this would have been a decent setup here, but it basically made a double bottom here. So that's pretty risky to be going short into a double bottom like that. You want the trend to establish its strength by making a clear lower low like it did here. Just went a little bit too far against us before going down. And now we're going sideways again. So there's nothing to do. Hasn't yet established an uptrend here. What we might see is a bounce off the ribbon and a higher high here. That would establish the beginning of an uptrend, which seems to be the flavor of the day. So let's see what we get here. I'm not going to take a trade yet because technically we're still either in a downtrend or entering a flat trading range. Having said that, it's probably just going to blast from this entry point right here and just go higher. All right, it is official. We have an uptrend. See how much room we really have. Thursday's highs. So we have the beginning of an uptrend here. What I need now is a pullback to the ribbon and or the oversold. See if we can't get a green trade here. Looking pretty strong for the bulls here. That almost got to the oversold. Didn't quite make it.
Order submitted.
Now we've had a pullback to the oversold indicator. This is a proprietary indicator that I got from my friend. So we're basically asking the market to sort of retest the high of day. Hopefully not asking too much. All you can do is enter the trade under the correct conditions, and the market will either reward you or not. I won't say punish. But the bulls, the buyers are definitely demonstrating more strength than sellers right here. So I think this one should work out. If you guys remember on Thursday, man, that's why I was so astonished. The trades were just so easy. There was no waiting. There was no
Target filled.
there we go. There was no like red candles against us or green candles. Every trade I took on Thursday, and I think the ones I took on Wednesday, they just worked out so easily. And Friday was a disaster. That's the wrong word. Friday's price action was just chewing up traders, myself included. There was no follow through on, and there was a bunch of legitimate trade setups for this strategy. Excuse me. But they just wouldn't follow through. It was brutal. So we got a green trade in the bag here. We've already had the test off of the ribbon when we changed trend from down to up. We got that ribbon test. So
Order submitted.
we are free to engage. Got another pullback to the oversold. See if we can't get 2 in a row here.
Order filled.
Nice fill on that. No slippage. Let's see what happens. Now, it's tempting. I often feel tempted to play games with an entry like this. So we got the pullback right, and then we got the up close right there. Oof. Wow. That that came within a single tick. 68.50, I think. Yep. Man, if it can reverse and hit my target now, that will be legendary. So it's tempting to play games with this kind of an entry where sometimes I want to not take the entry right where I'm supposed to, and rather, try to get it 4 ticks back or 8 ticks lower, try to get a better entry price. But what I have found with that is that the times that I choose to do something like that, those are the times where it just goes straight up. And I'm kicking myself like, dang it, why didn't I just enter the trade like I'm supposed to and just watch it go right to the target? This is looking decent. It's going to need to make a fresh high here. But I mean, I don't want to bet against the buyers right now. This is a decent trend.
Target filled.
Here we go. What do you know? 2 trades in a row. That was super close. That was literally 1 tick away from taking out my 30 tick stop. It was a good thing I didn't have any slippage. That's, I mean, I guess it's because that candle just immediately went straight down. But let's look at the trade on the other chart. When I have a bot running, it won't track the trade entries and exits. So this one I had slippage on. See, my entry was 1 tick above the opening of that candle. technically, I mean, ideally it's right on the open, but this was a tick higher. So I got one tick of slippage and then my target got nailed. Here, thank goodness I didn't get any slippage. It went 29 ticks against me and then reversed and took out our target. Two green trades in a row. Oh, let me turn that off. So again, we're just waiting for a pullback to the
Order
oversold.
submitted.
You know what?
Order.
Oops.
Order
Oops.
filled.
Shoot. If I turn off the bot too late, I think I actually got a couple of ticks out of that. But as soon as I turn the bot off, it will close the trade wherever the price is. So I think I got lucky there. I was trying to turn the bot back off because I didn't want to take a long trade into Friday's high of day. It might have actually ended up working out. We can watch it on the other chart. So again, no slippage, and the entry was 86. So 30 ticks is 7.5 points. That would be 93.50. So technically, it would not yet have gotten there. It probably is going to get there to the 93.50 target. But I had a last minute change of heart, not wanting to go long directly into Friday's high of day. That's why that's the whole point of putting these yellow dashed lines on the chart. Looks like it would have. No, it's not sure if I would have got fill. Looks like it would have touched my exit order there. Anyway, it's kind of a fool's errand to determine what would have, could have, should have been. Let's just wait. Let's see what's happening. We're up to the R1 pivot point, which is theoretically supposed to be a point of resistance. Let's see how it ends up working out. Probably not going to resist this trend. Pretty damn strong. Excuse me. pullback hasn't quite made it to the oversold condition. Now it did.
Order submitted. Order filled.
So the market already broke above Friday's high by several points here. It came back and retested the Friday high from above. In my view, that's always a pretty decent continuation sort of a trade. So let's see if it works or doesn't. It's definitely a legitimate trade setup according to the rules of this strategy. And this strategy comes from a guy named Michael. My Trading IQ is the website. My Trading.
Target filled.
Here we go. Trading IQ.com. Excuse me. So I'll put a link in the description. Also put it in the chat right now. So mytradingiq.com. If you're interested in learning this strategy, my friend has been trading this way for 7 or 8 years. Michael has been trading this strategy for 11 years now. Coming up by the end of the year, it'll be 11 years. He's got documented proof. Well, he's got a spreadsheet going back 10 years with all of his trade data, winners and losers. That pullback didn't quite make it to the oversold, which is why I didn't take the entry. This trend is strong. There's no questioning that. So I am pretty much in a buy almost any pullback mode right now. But it does have to get the, hey, Travis. Nice to see you. Oh, I need to put that link in the description as well. I did have one, I guess you could call it a discipline error earlier. I was in a short trade and I decided to move my stop down. It was in the green, and so hold on. And so I decided to lock in a few ticks. Normally, I try to allow the trade to play out, not touch my target order, not touch my stop order. But on that one, the bears just weren't strong enough. So I don't know. It was one of those discretionary. I think I want to trail this stop a little bit. If you watch Michael on mytradingiq.com, he also excuse me, he also does a live stream on tradingview.com. Um, if you watch him, he always trails his stops. So as soon as the trade goes, hold on, I'm getting a call. Alrighty, sorry about that. I had to take that call. It was one of our doctors calling. So this pullback, by the time it got here, it had not reached the oversold, and then it never got a reversal candle here. So there was no trade to take. This is interesting. Straight up, and now we're going straight down. It always makes me suspicious. I feel like they're probably just trying to make an equal pullback. For example, might be just trying to have a deeper pullback in this uptrend. Anyway, Michael will, as soon as his trade goes 8 ticks, he will trail the stop to break even. And then, it'll go maybe 12, 14 ticks. He'll trail it to +4, etc. And then he has his target sitting out there at 30 ticks. He also uses an initial stop loss of just 20 ticks. So I've been trading the slightly modified version of this strategy that I learned from my friend, the patient trader. And for me, for my personality type, I find it frustrating when I keep getting stopped out at break even, or maybe I get some slippage and I lose 1 or 2 ticks, and then it doesn't hit where my stop had been, and then it goes to full target. I find that to be pretty frustrating. So anything you can do to reduce or eliminate those frustrating points. Now like I said, I'm leery of this downtrend. I'm just suspicious because it's making higher highs and higher lows. This just appears to me to be a deeper pullback. And even though that was a perfectly legitimate starting of a downtrend, pullback to the ribbon, and down close candle, um, I just felt like I'm going to go ahead and skip that. I'm suspicious. If it ends up working out, so be it. I will have missed a valid trade setup. But if it ends up going to where my stop would have been, yay me. So the entry there would have been 82.25 plus 7 is 89.25. 89.75. So yeah, so that actually would have been a stop out already. So I'm glad I skipped that entry. So there is some discretion to this trading strategy. It's not something that you would just program into a bot and have the same kind of results. It requires some human discretion. This is looking positive to me. Higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher high. It's still within the confines of sideways. It's not established an uptrend. But if I got to pull back to the ribbon right now or to the oversold, I think I would take that setup. I mean, technically, I need to wait for the black line to be above the blue line. That's what indicates the long-term trend, like so. But it's also very clear that the buyers are more powerful than the sellers today. So I should err towards buyers. So with Apex Trader funding, you're just trading a simulated account. This is not real money trading. This is demo trading. It's live, real market data, but it's not real money. But if you can accumulate enough profits, depending on the account size that you opened up, then you can get a funded account. And that means you're now trading for real money. You're still technically in a demo environment. That's the way Apex does it. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure that's the way Top Step Trader and One Up Trader, they do it the same way. They have a pool of capital where the traders that are making profits and making withdrawals are essentially being funded by the traders that are paying fees and haven't yet passed the evaluation. Now we had a little bit of a downtrend here. Now we're back into an uptrend. So with that little shake and bake there, I would want to see a pullback to the ribbon before I would take another long. It's probably going to be too strong. I feel like it's probably just not even going to make 3 red candles, probably just going to shoot higher pretty soon here. But I'm not going to trade that. I'm going to trade what I actually see. And in this case, I'm also going to follow the rules of the strategy and wait for a pullback to the ribbon. It's really tough because I feel like it's probably going to be a good trade, but let's see. Let's remain patient. Let's remain disciplined. Let's wait for that pullback to the ribbon. This is where they're sucking in more traders. They're trying to trick traders that we're getting a reversal now.
Order submitted.
Very legitimate. Good pullback to the ribbon. Getting pretty deep at this point, but it still would qualify. Still above that black line. Maybe trying to test the Friday high of day again. Let's see. It's another thing I really like about this bot is if it goes, if the order line goes below my black line, then I know it's time to turn off the bot. Yeah, like that.
Order canceled.
I think I might actually just go ahead and wrap it up there where we seem to be heading into a period of more sideways price action. I don't foresee a lot of good trade setups happening very soon. So I've been streaming for 42 minutes at this point. Gonna go ahead and wrap it up there, go grab myself a coffee, and get back in here. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. Definitely a better result today than compared to Friday. So that's always good. But I didn't really do anything differently today than I did on Friday. It's just the price action was a lot more typical today. This trend was pretty normal. As long as you're patient and wait around long enough, you'll see trends like this to the upside. You'll see the same thing to the downside multiple times a week, usually multiple times a day. Friday was just very unusual and really didn't give us any price action that looked even remotely like this. And almost every single legit trade setup that I took ended up being a trick. So Friday was just very abnormal. Thanks, Travis. Today was a lot more normal. So hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'll be streaming on my DeFi Guide channel tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. If you have any interest in decentralized finance and or cryptocurrency, check out my other channel, the DeFi Guide. Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your day.